right. Hey everybody, and welcome to DC Fine Art. Today we're going to be doing the Paletteful pack review of August 2023. So yeah, I'm happy to have you guys, and I'm pretty excited about this because I never really done a live stream. There's actually a fly in here, so if you see something zooming by, it's a fly. It's going to probably be annoying for me today. Who knows? I don't know. If it lands on my nose and I just stare at it, it's not going to be good at all. All right, so I wanted to cover one thing first before I start into the Paletteful packs. Just want to let everybody know up front that this is just based off of my opinion of the Paletteful packs. I'm not sponsored by Paletteful packs. I pay for Paletteful packs out of my own money. So everything I do say is usually just my opinion. Now, with opinions, and I hate to have to say this because everybody's adult, everybody knows or should know, an opinion basically that I'm given is just something that I personally feel about the box. It's not that it's a right or wrong answer. There is no right or wrong answers. An opinion basically is just how I feel. At the end of the day, you all make your own choice on what you want to do. I know there's different boxes out there. There's Sketchbox. There's, we tried all those, or at least I did. And there's like the Scrawler box. I have not tried that one yet. I'm actually excited that I want to try that one. And some other ones. But those are just based on my opinion. That doesn't mean right or wrong. That does not mean bad or good. All that's just saying is based on what I like to do and how I do my artwork, which goes beyond what's on paper. So I just don't do artwork and just do it on paper or canvas. Believe it or not, I do other artwork. I do t-shirts. I like making t-shirts. I was going to use my airbrush, doing some t-shirts on that. So having those paints that go beyond what is on paper or canvas is good for me, because I'm the type of artist that works outside the box. Materials, I love to sew, I love to crochet, I do a lot of different things. So like I said, this is just based off of my opinion and my opinion only. At the end of the day, you guys make your own choice. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open the box. I know we're super excited about it. And I'm going to go over what they gave us in the box. This is a little bit different for me because, yeah, I took a sneak peek at the box like I always say. So I'll go through it all, kind of review it, go over the products that they gave us. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and use the product. So we're going to do one of the prompts, just kind of go through it real quick just to play around and have fun with the colors, or whatever they give us. I say colors. And at the end of that, I'll just kind of give you my review on what I think of the product that they gave us. And it'll just be my opinion, okay? That doesn't mean if somebody, has a product that's in here, and let's just say it's their favorite product, and then I don't like it. Maybe I don't personally like it. I'm like, no, I don't really like it. That does not mean that it's a bad thing or a good thing. That's just my opinion. So don't take anything to heart, basically. If you have something that is your favorite, let that be your favorite, because it's personal to you, and that's what makes you, okay? And everybody is different, and everybody is special. So we all want to be different, okay? So without ado, let's go ahead and get into this box real quick. So at least as quick as I possibly can. I'm kind of a little slow. All right. Remember, oh, you guys can't see. All right, hold on. Let me switch the camera for you. Like, that would be nice, wouldn't it? All right, now you can see the box. But like, hey, can you see it all? No. All right, so here we go. Let me go ahead and kind of see if I can get around some of these cameras and I don't knock everything over. So they put a nice pretty blue in here for the stuffing, and inside, oh, there's a sticker. So they gave us, kind of like compared to last month's box, they gave us a gorgeous sticker. Like My daughter absolutely loved the sticker that they gave us in the box. This one here looks just a little bit plain. I'm like, they could have done better on the sticker, I think. Maybe had it shaped out a little bit or do something besides just the little marks on there. But yeah, I think they had better stickers. This one here, I'm not for sure on. A little plain, but still made out of a good quality. It's not like paper or anything. It's actually made out of like a vinyl. So it is a good quality sticker, just not that pop, wow, kind of thing. So I can see that they have a paper in here. So it looks like they gave me a smaller pad. This pad is not a full-size pad that would fit in the box, but it is a 140-pound Fabriano. It says I-264. It's watercolor, cold press. It says super color retention and intensity, outstanding lifting and scrubbing abilities. It's acid free, and let's see here, it's a 4x8, which is definitely a different size. I don't have any 4x8s, and it looks to me like, yeah, it's not even like you would take this off and like tape it down and you have to go through the whole works because it doesn't have it sealed around the edges here to where you can actually use it as a block. So yeah, that's what they gave us, 4x8. This could probably be a difficult one to find a frame for too, or matting, and to do it all customized. Oh, here is, let's see here, they gave us 6 earth colors, and this is full, a full little tin here. Let's see here, 6x5 millimeters, earth colors, watercolors by QOR. And I'm not for sure if I heard of this brand before. It's definitely a different brand. The colors on here look really, really pretty. I do like the colors if they come out looking that way. I have no clue, but I do like the colors. QOR Modern Watercolor. QOR's exclusive binder gives color greater intensity and clarity. All right, so they give us a full set of those. Looks like the brush that they gave us, extra point. It's even wrapped in plastic here. Another Sapphire. So we got Sapphire last time, but this is Robert, well, it's also Robert Simmons watercolor brush. Long point. It says level 2. Oh wait, it says level 2 on it, but then over here it says a number 1 on the actual brush. Maybe it's, well, it says here 1 on the long point, so the size is 1. Level 2 is probably just based off of the softness of the brush and it being a watercolor brush. Okay. And the next one here is a number 6, nice size, Robert Simmons Sapphire, and it is a Filbert. So that's a pretty nice size there. And in reality, that's all they gave us in the box. So feels a little bit light this month, like as far as giving us stuff. Seems a little on the light end. Let me get this box out of the way before I knock everything down. And just kind of lay out what they gave us. So they gave us 2 brushes. There's the sticker that, I don't know. I wish they would have done better on their sticker. And then the watercolors QOR, and then the paper, which is a much smaller block, and yeah, kind of a, I don't know if they make mattings or frames that size, at least not standard size that I've seen. Probably get them somewhere. I mean, they make any kind of matting, or you can have to make your matting yourself or pay the extra for it. So I guess you could just make the matting yourself. It'd be kind of cute, and just kind of stagger them, like do 1, 2, and 3, and you could probably do like a 16 by 20, or maybe or you could do a possibly 11 by 4, but it probably only fit 2 of these. But you could probably do separate like paintings to go with that. So anyways, let me go ahead, and we are going to go ahead and open this before we actually go over what Paletteful Pack has to say about their product, and or about, not their product, but about this product and the rest of the details. Here we go again. You know, I should really keep some scissors with me here. Think. Don't try this at home. I'm working on the dangerous side now. I have to take out an X-Acto knife. Okay, now I forgot where I cut. Boy, today's going swell. Okay, so let's get rid of that plastic. And let's get rid of this little pack right here. I don't think I need that. Maybe I do. I don't know. We'll just save it. So inside this tin, and there I am with my one finger, you know. Oh, okay. So these little circles, I guess you could actually use this tin for like a little palette, like a little watercolor palette. It's kind of cool. And there's your 6 colors in here. They're nice little tubes too. So let's see what it says. QOR Artist Colors. So there's all the different colors that they have. And it looks to me like we got, if I can get them. Now I don't know if I can get them out of here. Naples Yellow, which is going to be Indian Permanent Cadmium. Oh, it's probably down here. There it is. Naples Yellow. Yeah, so I mean, it tells you, I had difficulty trying to take those things out for each and every one of them, but it tells you all the colors that they have in their line of watercolors, looks like, on their watercolor tubes. And on the back it says QOR Modern Watercolors, and it says deep, rich, beautiful color. QOR's exclusive binder gives color greater intensity and clarity while retaining the best qualities of the traditional watercolors. QOR offers a strength, range, and versatility unmatched in the history of watercolors. Wow, they're really building themselves up. Gotta love it. In the history. Wow, you're just out of this world. So, but you know what? It's good. It's a selling point, you know. It's out of this world. Okay, so then the brush. Of course, we know what a brush looks like, but I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff off because it will aggravate me whenever I go to paint with it. Or maybe I'll just paint with it on there. I took away my scissors because I was working on some other projects, and yeah, I don't have my scissors with me, which is a shame because then you guys can just watch me struggle. Alright, I may have to get the X-Acto knife on that one if I can be careful and not cut myself. Okay, so let's go ahead and read what the Paletteful packs have to say about each thing. So we definitely heard the QORs, but it looks like they wrote a little bit more for them. So we'll go ahead and read it. I'll read it to you guys. the QOR's Earth Tone Color Set. QOR, pronounced core. That is nice that I actually know. I know how to pronounce it now. Okay, so it's named core, not QOR. For any of you guys, if you've used this and already know that it was supposed to be core, it's okay. I'm going to catch up, okay? It just takes me some time. Okay, so pronounced core. Watercolors features an advanced archival water-soluble binder. Huh. Aquazole. I wonder what Aquazole is. Aquazole that supports greater pigment loading than traditional watercolor binders. So obviously that has been added to it. This allows QOR watercolors to provide more pigment, strength, and vivid deep depth of color in every brushstroke. While retaining the best qualities of traditional watercolors, the binder is used within conservation community for painting restoration and is more flexible and less brittle than traditional watercolor binders, offering improved flexibility and adhesion. The vibrant, intense colors flow well, produce incredibly smooth transitions, and stay brilliant even after they dry. They also have excellent resolubility in water and have great glazing qualities. The set also includes a mixing palette. Okay, so that's true. So there's the mixing palette. That's what they show as a mixing palette. They say the MSRP on this is $44.29. Now, I was kind of looking online just to kind of give a comparison of those colors or the prices, and they do vary. I mean, this is something that will vary all the time. Right now, I was looking at like Amazon, or I don't know if it was, maybe it was Amazon or Michael's or something, and I think it did hit about between, no, I don't think it was Michael's, but some other ones were like $31 for the set of these, or I think Michael's was up to like $51 for the set of these, or I don't know if it was Michael's, it could have been somewhere else. So the prices do fluctuate. So just because I read these prices on here doesn't mean that they're 100% accurate. They could be flex, there's some flex on there. So for the most part, I did see these at 31 that I can get these for. They're saying 44. A little bit of a price difference there. Fabriano, the watercolor pad 4x8 inch. This watercolor pad from Fabriano features 140 pound 300 GSM cold press acid free textured watercolor paper in bright white that works for all wet techniques as well as lifting, scrubbing. Used with watercolor, gouache, acrylic ink, pen, and ink. Pencil and colored pencil. This is 100% virgin wood pulp paper. Huh. Never heard of that before. Okay. Is made using hydropower and is FSC certified. It's made in Italy, and the MSRP is $6.55. So there we go on the MSRP. Now the let's see, Elise. Hello, is here. Oh, hi, thank you, and hi. I know everybody's on there. I think that they're some of them are quiet, but thank you so much for stopping in. Hopefully, I can get through this without messing something up today. So, on the Robert Simmons Sapphire brushes, the Sapphire line of brushes is designed for artists working in all mediums who love the pointing, color holding, spring and smooth application of natural sable, but also demand the durability associated with synthetic brushes. The handles are made of kiln dried beechwood. I don't know if I pronounced that one right either. Kiln, I don't know, dried beechwood. And the ferrules. Oh, the ferrules. I thought it was spelled differently. Here we go. Grammar's not my number one thing right now. The ferrules are precision engineered and 22 karat gold, really plated. Hold on. Did I read that right? And the ferrules are precision engineered and 22 karat gold plated. Might be taking this to the pawn shop. No, just joking. I'm just kidding. Like the starving artist over here. I'm gonna go pawn these suckers in. 22 karat gold. Okay, so anyways, off track. A unique blend of the finest red Kalinsky hair and synthetic filaments deliver the ultimate painting experience. Each brush is handmade and carries a lifetime guarantee. That's nice. Okay, number 6 Filbert is MSRP $21.95. That's a pretty pricey brush there. The number 1 liner, this smaller one, it says the MSRP is $9.65. So some pretty pricey brushes, especially that $21 one. I wonder if that one's the one that's made of gold. Are they both made of gold? Like, I don't know why it said that. That is crazy. Let me get out my X-Acto knife here. See if I can't get this off. Wow. Or at least, there we go. And then something, it just automatically just, ta-da, I will open for you. See, it got intimidated. Okay, it's like, here, I will I will let you take the tag off if you don't hurt yourself. In the process of trying to open that. Jeez almighty. All right, so now that I got these open, I also wanted to read to you the Paletteful pack prompts that they did. Let's see here. They have number 1, we could do a globe. Number 2 is breath, like breathe or breath. Pretty sure it's like just the paper, so I don't know. American Southwest and forgotten. Probably keys, because usually I'm always forgetting my keys. So I'm thinking probably with the colors that they have in this, we'll do something more southwestern theme, like doing maybe some of those rock cliffs, or you see out in the desert, those little mountains. So yeah, we'll go ahead and play around with these colors and just kind of see how it goes. I'm kind of interested in them. I mean, I don't know if they're going to work like the Daniel Smith. I really do like Daniel Smith. We had, at one time, we had those Senneliers, I think it's called. And those were really, really nice. But they weren't the tubes. Core. This was named Core. All right, so let's go ahead and get some of this stuff cleared out here. I know I kind of, and I guess you guys see my turtle back there. I got him, and I just got him just a couple days ago. I thought he was so cute. I'm gonna put him outside if you guys can see him. It's like a little turtle. See him? He like goes outside. I'm gonna put him outside by my little bench. The only thing is that I think he might need a little bit of painting because my bench and him are not the same color. So I've been thinking about painting him, but I like turtles. Especially whenever my son brought over his pet turtle, and now I'm taking care of a pet turtle named Fred. So, all right, so the first thing I want to do is probably, I should have done this earlier. I just want to try a swash of these colors, so we're going to actually rip this first piece off. Maybe. This first sheet is usually what I'll just do my color swash on. Just throw that on the floor. I'll have to vacuum it up later. And yeah, it's got some rough edges on it. This one here had, whenever I was taking a peek at it earlier, it had like where it was processing it and had a little sheet of like ripped off paper there. And so yeah, I tried to take it off, but it's not really going to be too big of a deal since I am going to use it for my, oop, it's already coming out. Oh my God, it's not stopping. Wow. I'm guessing all of these are going to be like explosive or something. Nope, that one's not coming out. That is a lot of watercolor. I really did put way too much, but it'll be okay because we're gonna make a mess on my finger. That's green. Oh, that one's coming out. Okay, I'm gonna have to put these in order. So we got 1, 2, and then 3. Whoa. Maybe these overheated or something, but that's gonna be great. So beware. I don't think it really liked the shipping process because at one point it got really, really hot, and I bet you the heat played a part in making these wanting to come out. Maybe it added some pressure to it or something. Oh, let me put this here so you can do that. And then my last color. Make it less confusing for myself. Okay, I lost my paper. I'm actually going to spray this down just a little bit, give it a light mist, put some water in here. Really had way too much color. Okay, and that one there is the sap green. I like how it just takes off with the water. So it really does, it's like just spread out. That's really pretty. Oh, I don't need to take that off. I about made myself another mess. Oh, that wasn't green that was on my finger. It was blue. Whoa. Yeah, I think I spritzed just a little bit too much water. But did you see how that took off? So if you add enough water, you get this really light blue. I really did add way too much water. Definitely bowing up. So we may end up having to tape it down to a board. Okay, and the next one, or that one there, I'm sorry, was an indigo. So that color was indigo with the bluish color. Okay, that one there is raw umber. It really did take up my room. Okay, so our next one, trying to lighten it out. That is really thick, way too thick. Need a lot more water added to that. Kind of lighten it out just a little bit. Gotta like my color swashes, they're all over the place, but it's okay. So that one there was the let's see, Binder Light. Is that really it? Binder? Heck. Oh, Venetia Red. There we go. Maybe I should have taken a nap. Okay, so now we're gonna go to our next one, which I'm actually gonna go to this one here because I kind of rearranged the order of these. It's really kind of orangey looking. It's really pretty. Kind of looks like you could do a sunset with this. Let's see what color this is. And it's transparent brown oxide. Really, huh, I would have never thought. Now, of course, we know that this is going to be a Naples yellow. Very, very pretty. I mean, you got some pretty colors for like a sunset. You got, you know, a nice blue or an indigo for like the sky if you wanted to go that way. Deep dark browns for the shadows. And the greens for any kind of bushes or shrubs, which in my picture, I think the blue is a really bright blue. So it would just have to be changed up a little bit, so it wouldn't be that bright of a blue. And since I'm kind of wanting to do this, trying to get an idea here, I guess I could just, because this here really did bow up quite a bit when I sprayed it, so I probably should be taping it down to a board, or I guess I can tape it down to this paper that it's on. Otherwise it's going to bow up. That's why I really like having those blocks that they make now where you can tape it down, because it makes it so much better. You don't have to actually, you know, tape down a picture. And this is nothing that's going to be perfect or nothing, I didn't measure it out. We're just doing this to give a review. I don't know, the colors I do know by looking at the colors that we did a color swatch on, It doesn't really represent the colors that are on the box here. So maybe the blue, the green, no. Like, no, it does not look like that type of green. This vermilion red, wasn't that vermilion red? No, Venetian red. I don't know, that's pretty, it's close, but it's not exact. And then the orangey brown, I would say no. And then the Naples yellow, no. It's still not, in comparison, it's still wrong. Even with the watered down look or tapering into it, I don't really get this color from this color. So by going off of this box on the colors, those do not really look, these look here, the colors on the box kind of look like the Daniel Smith colors on the way they actually look. As far as the swatch goes, it doesn't really match up too well. Oh, didn't quite make that big enough or long enough. But it's okay, we'll just tape it down there. There we go. So we got our paper here. And of course we're going to be doing a southwestern theme because I think it'll be something simple and just something easy to do, and not to go too extreme. I'm going to spray down my tin. And as far as the paper goes, and also I'm using a reference photo. I kind of picked this out earlier, probably just a few minutes before the live stream. So I've got this little picture here from Pixabay, and just something really quick to do. I know for a fact I am not going to get that sky. There's no way I can get that sky. That sky is really, really blue. But we're going to get close. Close as we can. I'm going to spray down my paper, hopefully not too much to where I make a big mess. And we're going to grab just a touch of that blue, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. We're going to take a touch of that blue, and I'm going to dab it over here. Okay. I'm going to add more water to it. And the more water I add to it, the lighter it's going to get. All right. So that looks like a nice lighter color blue, opposed to using it directly from there. We do know that with the lighter blue here that's spread outward, it did give us a lighter blue effect. So we're going to just kind of go with that. I'm not really going to do the clouds. Like I said, we're just going to do something really simple. Just to try out these colors and see how they do. Okay, and then we have this rock cliff here, kind of goes down, bottoms out. We're not going to do the whole picture. So that gives us a nice lighter blue. if we wanted to, we could probably add in maybe some lighter color clouds just by absorbing some of this that's on here. So we could try and do that. Do I need to move this over some? Yeah, there we go. So like if we wanted to absorb some of this and kind of give a little bit of a texture to the sky, we could always just kind of spray over it once and just kind of lift it. And that'll give us the illusion of being some sort of like lighter color clouds. Little spray, little lift, maybe some scrunching in there. Let's go ahead and spritz that once in there. Okay. And that just kind of gives a little bit of a lighter kind of effect there that could be maybe a fluffy, really hazed out kind of cloud. If we want to, we could end up, let's see if I can do this right. I don't know why I tell myself that. It'll be okay. Let's gonna add a little bit of a darkness in there. I'm going to wash this out. Add a little bit of color. And that's a really nice thing about watercolors is you can really play around with this. You can add more water to it because it did say on there that this is like the type of paper you can scrub on. Supposedly, that's what it says. Watch me scrub on it and the paper starts peeling. Then we know it's not good for scrubbing when it says that it should be good for scrubbing. So it's one way to find out. I'm wanting to get some texture in there, even though our reference photo doesn't call for it. There we go. I like that. So now we got some texture kind of going on with the sky. Also in the reference photo, I see a lot of the tans, and we got some of the orangey colors here, but then we got some of these greens kind of coming up on the bottom. So I like to jump around on things, and I'm trying to stop myself from doing it. We may end up going down just a little bit. Looks like the Naples yellow would be a good choice. But I do believe that the Naples, yep, I just stuck my finger in that. So now I am wearing sap green right now. That is really super nice. It's a good thing it's watercolor. Just hopefully I don't get it all over the painting. Oh, it's up in my nail. This is one thing about being completely unedited, is that things happen, and yeah, it happens live. Now I got a green thumb. Oh wait, that means I'm good with plants, right? I got a green thumb. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of this Naples yellow, and since I want it to look more like tan, I'm gonna add a little bit of brown in there and kind of mix that in, just a little bit. And that should bring that tone a little bit more down, so it's not like really super yellow, because I don't want it to be that yellow. Little spritz here and there. And we're just going to kind of go through. Remember that some of these have some different like shades. You've got a lot of shadowing. You've got a lot of looks like trees or little bushes up in those rocks, especially in this little corner here. I like to add this color in, but I don't want to keep it like, you know, the whole thing is going to be one base tone. I'm just going to hit and miss some of these areas. We got a lot of these little streaky rocks that kind of go across. And then we got a bigger one right in here. Just kind of go around it. And I'm just kind of adding some textures that I see in the actual painting. Or not painting, in the reference photo. But like I said, it doesn't have to be exact. Close is good enough. I'm going to have to mix a little bit more of that together. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see here. Drawing these little lines to there, just kind of showing like where these rocks have these lines, like these rock formations with different layers, you know, kind of like the stuff they find dinosaurs in whenever they're like doing, like this is like 4 BC, this is 480, this is 400 billion years ago. Oh look, a fossil. All right. So now I got that. It's a good thing I put a paper towel over my coffee. I usually take me a drink with me for my live streams, and then I'll like put a little towel or a little paper napkin over the top, so that way there's no like a gnat, you know, those things, they're always a nuisance. So if I have a gnat, it doesn't get in it, or if I have a fly, which I've seen once, but I haven't seen him again, so I don't know where he went. really great. He ain't saying hi for our live stream, so that's okay. Now I'm just taking some of this brown umber here, and I'm just kind of taking it out so that way I know the color is more of a lighter color. If I'm wanting darker, I can go directly in, but I want it to be light because I'm going to have to add some shadows. So let's see where I'm going to add my shadows. Probably put some in here. I'm just working very, very loosely. Just gonna add some in here. Just kind of creating some sort of darker like shadow. Now all of this that I left open needs to be a shadow, okay? Because we're gonna have to add some greens in there showing some of our little bushes that we got. But the nice thing about watercolor is, especially working very loosely, is you just kind of work however way you want. You don't have to be really, really specific to the detail. As long as you throw some of it in there, it's great. Need to, I will add a little bit more water to this, kind of loosen it up some. So there we go. Now we're going to add let's add some, I'm going to add this a little bit more of this tannish brown to this. Can't really see all of it because it will end up now. I'm going to take behind those green trees, I'm going to take some of this orange, like this brown orangey color, and see that's really, really too orange, as you can see. But I can always take some of my brown umber, go in and just kind of tone that down. So now we got it toned down. It's not really as bright, which is what we want. I'm going to go ahead and spritz this one more time. And I'm going to come through here and just kind of add some of those orangey, really vibrant colors. And the whole purpose of this is just basically to play around with the colors to get a good feel of them. Do they mix good? Do they mix well? How vibrant are they? All that fun stuff. There's actually some green in there, so I don't know why I did that, but it's okay. Okay, and then right above that, looks like there's some more of that. Gonna have to go around this. Loosen some of those colors up just a little bit. That way maybe you might be able to see my little structure I got going on. Looks way too dark. Ooh, that one's gonna spread. Little too wet. Oh, let me see if I can see my screen just a little bit better. I'm gonna pull this to the side real quick. Okay, to make me feel better, since when I did my live, no one showed up. Oh, it'll be okay. Maybe I need to check out your channel. I'll be there. What days do you have your channel playing for your live? I will be there. So yeah, that would be fun. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some greens. Might need to make that a little bit more pigmented. These are some really thicker bushes. I love the way it spreads in the water, so I definitely want to keep that theme going where the bushes and the trees kind of catch up. They kind of spiral out with the water. Even if it does go up into my rocks, I am perfectly fine with that because that's the way it is. It's like, please just spiral out. I am perfectly fine with that. Some darker trees. You know, these, for all I know, could actually be bushes, and I'm calling them trees. You see, I kind of went a little bit darker with some of these, and that's perfectly fine. Because I'm actually going to go in here. Well, it looks like I'm having a little bit of a, too much of a run there, aren't I? It actually overtook my rock there. And see, that green's supposed to be like a really darker green. I'm going to take some of the green. That was way too much. And some of the indigo, and kind of darken that up. Let's see, we all go. Fine Art, a thumbs up. YouTube, we'll share her video. Aw, well, thank you. Yeah, and you need to let me know too when you're having your live streams, because yeah, I'll show up. I will be there. Awesome, thank you so much. Now let's see how this goes with adding some of this darker green that I mixed in with some of the indigo, because this green here was just, oh wait, silly me, we got another brush we can add in our detail with. My little pointer brush. See? I'm gonna give this a little spritz. And there is a whole bunch of green. Up in there. So definitely gonna have to be careful that it does not spiral out like that into my blue sky. So that's the only thing we don't want. I don't care if it goes in the rocks. That's perfectly fine, but I do not want it to go out in the nice, in our nice blue sky. Just adding some of those colors in there where there is actually quite a bit of green. And then if I need to, I can go back in, or at least I should be able to go back in whoa, that is really opaque. Haha. Now it's not. I am gonna have to tone that one down. The Venetian red. Okay, we are going to come through here, and that is still really super wet, so probably not on the agenda to work with that just yet, unless I can just kind of dab it. There we go. Because I don't want it to spread. It's still really wet through there. It's either that or my brush. No, it's my brush. Where is the reference photo? I don't see it. Alright, so it is right here. I'm using this reference photo, and it's a watercolor, so it's going to be way more of a looser feel to it, plus just demonstrating these colors just to kind of see how they are. Yeah, you got those really bright reds and then the greens. So yeah, we're just playing around with these colors, but yeah, got that photo off of Pixabay, so that's free to use, royalty free, and I usually like grabbing off of Pixabay some of those reference photos, especially to use on this. Let me go some more of this really dark Venetia red. But we know how we took care of that on making it a lot more lighter is just by dabbing it. Let's try and do, I'll probably need to wet my palette again. There is a lot of red for the rocks. Do here. Kind of doing a hit and miss on this one. And then kind of, oops, doesn't look any different than the last color I used. Let's try using some of the yellow. Now that's the Naples yellow. It's like a too much water on it, so we're just gonna lightly dab, absorb some of that water off there. And I still have too much on my brush. And then we're going to have some color kind of coming in through there. I want more of that yellowish look to it. Ooh, using way too much pigment. Add a little bit of water to it, can easily tone that down. And all we're doing is just kind of layering in all these different colors. And what that does is it helps make it look more realistic when you add in layer after layer of different colors. Okay. Now this here is the umber. And see, I had a lot of rounded edges in there, and I'm just kind of making them more jaggedy, not so rounded, because we're dealing with rocks, and with rocks they're a lot more jagged, textured in nature. And this little fine liner brush that they gave me is really nice for adding those textures that we need. Let's go back to some of this red. I'm going to add a little bit more of a pigmented red in there. Actually, it's not really red. This one here is actually the brown that looks kind of orangey. And I'm actually dipping it kind of straight in to the actual color, and that way it brings out some of these really opaque colors in here. Oops, I can see on the end of that, that was a little bit too much. It's on the tip. Making some jagged edges on those. And then I'm going to come in with a darker brown. Add just a little bit of some darker shadows in here. Kind of going in and around some of my trees too. And that's that raw umber, should I say. I always say darker brown. Raw umber. I make up names. So sorry for that. And all this is just layering. Oh, that's all I'm doing. If I need to add a little bit of water, I will, but kind of refraining from that. I think I'd rather just add it to my palette because I'm starting to add in more of a detail look to the piece and not necessarily a more looser look now. We're adding in more of some shadows. Might be getting a little dry there. I'm gonna spritz that just a tad bit there. Just have to be careful that you don't get too much. I'm really liking how this is turning out. Looks very aged. I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to kind of have some fun with this. So I went in and just dipped with my sap green on this, and I'm wanting to kind of add some, and this is just doing it straight in. Add a little bit of darker shadows and features to some of these trees or bushes. Now these are just spaced out pretty much in any old fashion here. There's really no rhyme or reason to any of what I'm doing. I'm not even really looking at the reference photo, because I look at the reference photo and pretty much a lot of them are already bright. But in order to add a little bit of layers, I'm going to come in and just do this. And if you don't want it this way, or you think, oh no, you know, I don't really like the shadow, maybe I shouldn't have put it there, just kind of doing this one here, then you can come back in with some water and lighten it up if you need to. Or you can even do like little dots. So doing these little bitty dots That one was not so little. So we're just going to take it and run it down. Not so little dot. I'm like, let's do a little dot. And then what did I do? I just splash it on there. But now we're adding a little bit more of some detail. I like that. And see, this here is pushed back pretty much far away. Does look like we need a little bit more of the tans thrown in there. Maybe just a little bit washed out in this area. There really isn't a lot of the reddish color like up into the mountain range. It looks more like tan or even a umber color. So I'm going to take a little bit of water. I need to just mix that a little bit here. And we are going to kind of go in here and just add just a little bit more. With some of these shadows. Come in here, I'm going to add a little bit more of the greens. Now I'm going to add a little bit more of these, maybe do little dots. Dots for the darker, a little bit of a darker green. Not really darker green, but less water, should I say. I always say darker is because it's more pigmented whenever you don't add as much water to it. And I'm just kind of randomly putting in some dots here. Because even in the distance, these bushes are little dots here and there. Just some little going through here. bit of a darker tree, maybe like a little tree or a bush that's maybe back there. This is where I go off on my own little adventure. Let's take a little bit of water. I'm just kind of making some little bitty lines through here. But this Southwestern theme picture is sure coming to life here. You know, there's supposed to be green up in there too. And I didn't really put any. I'll just do a little bit. Maybe a hint of some color in here. Hint of some green. And then we'll just take little bits, like little dots, and just kind of stick them in there. But yeah, that's a whole lot of fun. I mean, these colors are not bad. They're still really good. I cannot say that the colors are, you know, as good as the Daniel Smith colors. I don't know. I really do enjoy working with those Daniel Smith colors. They're just, I don't know. They're just more richer looking, I would think. So yeah, I think pretty much that sums it up. I don't know. I kind of like it. I like it enough to where I'm actually happy and very pleased with it that I just want to leave this. I think this is good. So yeah, definitely super, super fun. I have to let this dry out though, so that way maybe it might be able to lay back flat. But having this Southwestern theme here, it's pretty cool. I'm liking it. So anyways, all in all, for my experience with working with these, basically with the Paletteful Pack August 2023, and we are looking at the core watercolor tubes. They are, I got more green on me. Go figure. Well, it's okay. I got a green thumb. Oh, that's where I'm getting it from. I'm like covered, like seriously, seriously covered. Yeah. Today has been a messy day for me. Watch me leave fingerprints all over the house. But anyways, all in all, my thoughts on the watercolors. Yes, there are a lot of fun. You can make a cute little my Southwestern theme that I ended up deciding to do. Just kind of picked anything, really. It didn't really have to be anything special, just something to play around with these colors. I think that they still blend good together. They really do. Really easy to blend. Usually whenever I blended them, it had no problem. It usually made the color that I was hoping. So when you add water to them, of course they dilute. They are really, really pigmented. I can say that. They have a lot of pigment in them. But as far as I say, like they say they're almost like out of this world or they're the best in history. I don't know. I don't know about that part. Let's see here. Core watercolors are made by Golden. Oh, that make the awesome acrylic paints. Oh, really? So that puts them together. Golden is a really good brand, and usually I use them for my airbrush, because whenever I do my airbrush, I use them there. And so I did not know that. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, they are a good brand. So that's one thing to be happy about. So if they do say that they are light fast, or they're more archival, you know, coming from a good brand that I do trust, that would be a really good thing. So definitely can use these in your artwork to sell if that's the case. I'm not really sure on the light fast ratings on this. ASTM. Huh. So I'm not quite for sure on that. Pigment 36. So I am not for sure. Yeah. Now I see it. Thank you so much for pointing that out, because now it says here, Golden Artist Colors Incorporated. Oh, cool. Well, that makes me even happier. But as far as the way I see it, as far as it goes, I still like the pigments of the way it comes out, but the Daniel Smith watercolors, oh my gosh, like those are really hard, like competition wise. I mean, they're still, even Sennelier are really good watercolors. These have been really fun. They are really pigmented though. Just say that. It definitely is really pigmented. But as far as like giving more of that, like this type of look, like this, those just remind me of the Daniel Smith colors. Let's see here. Let me see. The binder makes them travel in watercolor more than other watercolors. They are professional watercolors, but I like the Roman Simmels, is that how you pronounce it, better. I never tried those. I may have to get them a try. Definitely. Cool. So, yeah. So that's really cool. So these are going to be light fast, so that's really nice to know. I will definitely add them to my watercolors over there. So definitely, we found out some really good information. And yeah, these are really nice watercolors. I really did enjoy painting this, by the way. So all in all, if I had fun, which that's the key thing to making art, did you have fun? Yes, I did have fun. Did the watercolors make me feel like I was having a challenge, like I needed something else or bring in something else in order to make a painting? No, I didn't. I could actually use the colors that were given to me in order to make a really cute painting without getting frustrated saying, I need this other color, and bring one out of my watercolor box. Now, I have had to do that before with some of the other colors when they didn't give me a white, and I had to have a white. It just bothered me. So in this case, I did not feel like I was fighting with the colors. I didn't feel like I was, getting frustrated whenever I was doing this because the colors were just not working. That was not the case. The brushes, really nice brushes. I didn't have no issues whatsoever. So all in all, my final review, here we go. I think this is a really good set. I didn't have no issues with them. I know I was comparing them to my Daniel Smith watercolors, which I said was a really hard one, and it's based off the tone of the colors. It's not really saying that these are bad colors. These are really, really nice colors. It was just that more mineral-y kind of look that sometimes I can get from a Daniel Smith color, or some of the more vibrant, not really vibrant, but they're more of these kind of colors. And these here are just really, they're really nice. Believe me, really, really nice. So yeah, I agree with you on this sticker. Usually Paletteful Packs is the best sticker in all the boxes. So weird. Yeah, isn't it? Whenever I got it, I was like, huh. They could have made like a really cool shape out of it, or, but this one here just looks a little plain. Very, very good stickers though. I mean, these things, people, these are like vinyl. Like, they're not even paper. So, very good, nice stickers. So all in all, I think it was a really, really good box. Really, really nice colors, especially coming from a really, really good brand. So, all in all, thumbs up. Way to go. I am super excited. And I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like. That definitely helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That definitely helps the channel too. And also, thank you so much for joining. And I'll be able to see you guys next Tuesday, unless I end up coming up with some sort of magical video that just pops up. You never know. That's why it's always good to leave the little subscribe, because sometimes I do toss in videos every now and then. Not all the time, but sometimes I do, knocking things over. So anyways, for everybody, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you all next Tuesday. Bye, you guys. Maybe. Let's see here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's see here. All right, I think I found it. Bye, you guys.